Good morning, my little cherubs, my angels, my apples of my eye. Welcome back to another eventing vlog. I am limping a little bit. I wasn't limping until a second ago when I tried to get my boots back on. Just flew in. Yesterday was the day that I fell off Bear, annoyingly, not on camera because we're walking. But she has, I think I've pulled a muscle in my leg a little bit and I've really hurt the side of my foot. Anyway, that just explains if I look a bit weird. Radio's on, can't go in, but today's very exciting because it's Wilma's first ever one-day event. She hasn't been bathed and she's currently all the way up there, so I need to crack on. Okay, we are running, well, not really late. We wouldn't be late if I didn't do this little piece to camera, but got you guys. Oh my gosh. Like, Jamie loves being plaited and Jamie's a pleasure to get ready. But Wilma takes being a pleasure to get ready to a whole new level. She's not had a head collar on the entire time because she just loves it so much. Like, you just adore being plaited. Your lip's gone back now, but it was literally like, droopy. Just having the best time, weren't you? You love your hair being played with. So, she looks super smart, pretty happy with those plaits. And I've rapidly, I was meant to do this yesterday, but bare through spannering works, just clipped around her legs and her tail. And as you can tell, she's still in the exact same position. She's just like in a state of zen. Now, we didn't bath her, which is terrible, but she's looking really nice and shiny still, and I've hot clothed her today. Oh, sorry. But yeah, yesterday was so busy. We had really tight time frames to get everything done. Because I went off for a lesson with Lucinda yesterday as well, which will be, who knows, maybe this will come out first, maybe that will have come out first. So that was really good fun, but it just meant that the whole day was a bit wild, and obviously we had to prioritise actually riding the horses rather than bathing the horses. But that is why I got myself a gorgeous bay. Okay, it's going to be a weird vlog today, guys, because we've not got Han and we've not got Pete. It's just me and Hobbs, it's the OGs. Do you want a rug on to travel, my darling? Can't get anything out of her. I think you should get in it.
I don't want to be in it.
Hobbs, come on, it's literally just us doing this. It can't just be me, the people won't watch.
I'll talk.
You've got to give the people what they want.
They don't want to see me.
They do want to see you.
Like no sleep.
Oh.
Sad. I'm tired.
Yeah, Hobbs is pretty unhappy today, guys.
Yeah.
She's,
I'm definitely too old. I think we need a new groom.
yeah, if Han's going to keep bailing on us like this, we will be opening applications for a new groom.
Bliss. Or perhaps someone would like to adopt you.
I'm too old. I don't think I can be legally adopted at this age. On our way to Hazleton Manor, I didn't even say where we're going this morning. So I've never been to this event. This is the Cotswold Cup event. It ran last year, so I've done all of the stalking of the courses, and it was one that I always thought would be good for babies because the cross country looks like it kind of just goes in a loop, like you go up one way and then come straight back, and the water is on the way home towards the collecting ring and everything. So
It's always useful for youngsters, isn't it?
Always useful. We're doing the 80 today. Wasn't initially the plan for her first event. She was actually entered at Waverton to do the 70, but that got abandoned because of the weather, so we stuck with our guns and we're going straight out at 80, which I was feeling fine about until I looked at the course pictures last night and Han texted me going, number 17 looks terrifying.
Thanks for that, Han.
Yeah, I was like, brilliant. So have you seen the course pictures yet? Glad I'm not doing it. Fantastic.
It's going to be fine.
She will be fine because she's more than capable of jumping 80. It's just a case of like the braveness and the babiness, really. But
I just skipped number 70.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I was thinking. I was like, I might just jump the 70s next to it and just keep going until they can eliminate me. Yeah. No, I think she will be absolutely grand, and it's all just a learning curve. Like, I love taking the babies out because there are zero expectations today. It's just going out, having a nice time, building experience, building our relationship. So looking forward to it. So yeah, Han's not here. Why isn't Han here? Just because she can really be bothered?
Probably because she did not want another very early start.
Mm.
and I don't blame her, to be honest.
There's not really a good enough reason for her not being here, which is a bit embarrassing.
I think she had to go and ride Effie. Because she's bringing Effie home tomorrow.
Not being funny, guys. We are going to be back by about 2, 3. Definitely would have definitely would have been time to have ridden Effie, but whatever. So Hannah's not here. Pete also isn't here.
Why isn't Pete here? Pete's off on a jolly.
Yeah, Pete is off on a jolly. Pete's in London town. Just didn't really want to.
I bet he's not there at the moment. I bet Pete's in
No,
bed.
yeah, he actually will be. And I did try and guilt trip him into coming to do reels, but he was like, nah, I'll just do editing. So there is going to be a new cameraman today. Ooh, very exciting. Going to get some fresh new content. So very kindly, Mark from Emerald Motion Media, who I've worked with before, pre-Pete, one of my first cameramen. We were trying to work out how long it's been since Hobbs and I have just gone eventing by ourselves. Like, this is the duo, the original. This was it. It was just us.
Road, just us for a long while.
Well, I mean, we've been for like lessons and things, but not.
Oh yeah, lots of things like that.
Not for eventing.
The one that sticks in my mind, and I'm sure there must be more apart from this, was taking Jan to Swaycliffe for her first event.
Yeah.
That was several years ago. It must have been.
It was just the two of us. Just two of us. So yeah, it's weird. We've got no one to stop us arguing. So this could get real messy in this vlog, guys. So enjoy it. Right, I reckon that'll do us. Time to put a Hobbs Classical FM on because Radio 1's too loud. Let's go. Okay, we have made it. That was a little bit stressful because Hobbit is terrible at working the maps. Can I give you the keys? Cheers. So we did miss a junction, but it's fine. We've made it. We've literally got, how long have we got? 40 minutes until I'm meant to be going down the centre line. So it's not ideal, but we've decided we're not going to stud because the ground is really, really good and we're just going slowly and just here for a chill time. So, we'll be quite quick. Good job, you're such a good girl, Wilma Woo. Nothing like cutting it fine. Oh, Hobbs, it's just your bum in the corner.
Sorry.
Forgot about that. It's just Hobbs bump.
No, it's alright. It's a dog barking. It's
Oh, she says, oh, hunting.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Sorry. It's alright.
Mark is on his way, guys, and then you will be getting the quality content that you know and love. Until then, it's mine and Hobbs' version. I've never done it before, it's a bit hard to learn. So, guys, hope you're enjoying this rustic version. It's alright, Wilms.
Good girl. I know. Just now people are
She
whistling.
says, guys, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
we're at the meet.
I don't think she's going to be impressed doing dressage test.
Nope. I don't know if we're going to be getting a good dressage mark. Number.
Darling, I'm afraid
She says, are you sure? Also, shout out to Mark for printing my numbers because the big lorry is away getting plated. And my normal number bib that has the good little like changeable numbers we accidentally left in there. So we had to go back to the old school way of printing them. Right, go us. Yep, we've got a store. It's time. Easy. We've got like over 20 minutes. It's almost too much time. Right, guys, over and out, and we'll pick you up either on this camera or when Mark's over here. Bye.
it's very windy. Oh, I'll just introduce you, Mark. Here's Mark.
Hello.
The proper videographer.
He's back.
He's back.
Hey!
Hello.
We made it. We found you.
Look who we've got!
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic.
Look at you, you little. You got a GoPro
Got a
on.
GoPro.
Oh, isn't that cute?
Well, I thought I wanted to start getting bits of me setting up the camera, doing things going out, and just putting like small reels together as I'm at the end of the day.
Oh my god, you're like that train guy.
Oh God, I
You
look
know,
like.
on your head.
Yeah. And we both look very similar, don't we?
Yeah, splitting image. Oh god, yeah, sorry it's such a rush.
How long have you got? I've got one more after coloured.
Okay.
She's chilled and anything. So.
Yeah. She says, "Oh, I've realised what we're doing."
Yeah, she's.
Would you like me to check your girth?
It's dull. Oh yeah, we may as well.
Hold on, I'll just put this down then. Oh, she says, "I want to do it slowly." Good girl. She says, "We'll save our energy for the galloping later."
Exactly.
The wind gets up in
So she'll be, I'm not sure if she'll be in this one or that one. We'll see which way she goes at the end.
I think she's going to go right.
I think you're right.
50-50 chance.
I don't think Wilma's seen a lot of whiteboards. She's like, "What are these?"
This is her first event.
Yeah. And we did take her to a little dressage. Good girl. But it was just in a sort of an arena, so I don't know if they had boards. Can't remember. Good girl. She's pretty sensible. She'll get over it in a minute. Oh, she's going straight in. We obviously missed the bell or the whistle.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
Oh. Okay, Wilma's not sure about going up to that. She's like, "Is that a jump?" Oh, good girl. It's all right, Wilma. I think she thought, "What is Meg doing, riding me straight at a car?" Bless her. Yeah, she did not understand that at all. Why are we going straight up to her? But that's what these early events are all about.
Oh, little Wilma Woo. Such a little cutie pie. Okay, so first things first, guys, I need to apologise because I've managed to misplace my dressage test, which means I can't put the comments up on screen, but I'm hoping you briefly will see it at the end. There really weren't that many, though, so I promise you're not missing out on too much. There was a funny comment just being like, "Spooky!" with an exclamation mark for her centre line, understandably. So I think that did throw Wilma off a little bit. She's such a sweetheart, and she's one of those horses that when she thinks she's done something wrong, it upsets her a little bit, and I think she then just struggled to concentrate for the rest of the test, because if you see the bits of her warming up, she was going so beautifully. She's so smart, and she's going to do a really, really flashy test, I think, in the long run. But obviously, you know, she's a baby with her education now, and sometimes you only need a tiny little thing that then just makes them a bit distracted for the rest of the test. But she was really trying, you know, she actually stopped sort of spooking at the boards or anything. She was trying to be really kind of attentive and listening to what I was asking of her. But obviously, she's wanting to sort of look around a bit and just take in her surroundings. I always find it's quite hard for horses, their first few events, because they warm up all together with loads of horses, and then you take them off to a different part that they've not been in before and expect them to just go the same, which obviously is not how it works for them. So you'll notice a little bit, well, quite a lot actually, that she's being a bit mouthy, and for the first time ever, never ever noticed this with her, she was putting her tongue out quite a lot, which is obviously not good for dressage. Like, you can lose marks. I've marks deducted for horses putting their tongues out because it's like a form of resistance, really, isn't it? So we've actually changed her noseband since this, because I do notice she opens her mouth a bit, and I think the whole thing was really exacerbated being at an event, because I was sort of trying harder to keep her on the bit and to stop her looking around. And obviously I think she was a little bit nervous and she was trying to concentrate, and I think it was just a result of that, really. So yeah, just wanted to point that out because it does look a little bit messy, but hopefully it's something that we'll be working on and won't become an issue. This test was quite odd because all of the downward transitions between, like, down to trot from canter, were between the markers, which I guess in theory makes it easier because you can be a bit less accurate, but I almost don't like it because I've not got somewhere to aim for. Nice little half circle there, and then we go back up the centre line. And I remember thinking, are you going to spook at the car again, girly? But she didn't, and that's a very good reflection of Wilma, because she never wants to take the mick out of you, but she can't help but react if she finds something spooky. So we had to walk up to do a halt. I hate walking up the centre line, but quite a sweet halt.
Good girl. Well, that looked a little bit wobbly up the centre line, but quite a nice halt, I think, from here, from what we can see. I think Meg will be pleased with that. I think given the windy conditions, we've had terrible wind for like over a week at home. Here we go.
Thank you.
There's a microphone. Good girl.
Mark getting into the swing of things.
Well, aren't you clever? What did you
She
think?
said that was awfully scary.
She said, why?
Thanks, good luck.
Why did you ride me into a car?
I know, that's the thing. I was thinking I was like, I should really practice trotting them into cars, but it's not really something you do at home.
I think she was confused. She thought, is this a jump? Is that what Meg wants?
Yeah, she just didn't know what was good. And then it really like made her lucky for the rest of it, didn't it?
I thought she settled quite well,
I thought she did. I'm not annoyed with that for her first test at an event.
Yeah.
And you can feel there's definitely good bits in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, careful, darling.
I think she was a really good girl. She had that little blip at the start where she really didn't understand what was being asked.
Yeah, exactly. She
And
wants to
then I
grab her reins.
She settled. What did she want to do?
She wants her reins in her mouth. That's what she's trying to do. So weird.
Little comfort blanket.
Yeah, exactly. She's let me chew and something.
No, she was a good girl.
No, I'm pleased. And that's the thing, that could have ruined the whole test.
Yeah.
But it did, like, she got over it, and then she was just lucky. Like, it's when I was riding her at boards, and she's a bit like a barge, like she just falls out of her shoulders.
But has
and
she
stuff.
not really seen whiteboards in grass?
No,
has she?
no.
At all, ever.
No,
Good
so
girl.
I'm really chuffed with her. And she kept her cool, which is the
blowing
main
a
thing.
gale, exactly.
Yeah, it is proper windy, isn't it?
Good girl.
Right, so now we have to do score
Good
predictions.
girl.
Mark, you have to predict a score as well.
Come here, you can have a nugget.
Part of the rules.
Good girl, good girl.
Score predictions for the dressage test.
And then Mark, what do you reckon?
28.
Wow!
Ooh, that's
I think that's
optimistic.
ambitious.
I think
Mark's going
that's
20.
High hopes.
I'm going to go
Oh, darling.
31.5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go 33.
Okay. Oh, that's a
we've-
nice spread.
Yeah, we've got to remember that we
Oh,
are
you
at
are
80,
clever.
but I'm very pleased with you.
I think that was a genuine baby moment.
Oh,
And I
yeah,
think the rest of it was-
100%. And it always feels worse than it looks, actually.
Yeah.
But she was going so smart in here. Like, she's going to get a really nice test
Good girl.
once she gets over
She was,
being
I thought she
trotted
was a
at a
little
car.
bit fussy in the mouth.
Yeah,
for
she was.
most
Because
of
she's
it.
just like, she wanted to look around because
Yeah.
she was in a new area. So I was just
Yeah.
trying to get her down. Right, we need to zip back because
We
I've
do.
got an hour before I showed you. Welcome to a very out of breath course walk because I've got to run it. We've not got very much time. And oh my god, I don't know what Bear's done to my foot, but it is so sore. And I've just tweaked it again trying to run, so not ideal. Might not be much talking to this, and the wind. But quickly, if you can hear me, shout out to Hazleton, because oh my gosh, this ground, you cannot tell we've had any of that rain. It's amazing. Right, number one, a log. Guys, 80 is suddenly looking freaking huge, and the show jumping is like proper full up. I'm really spooky, not gonna lie. I'm wishing that I could have done the 70, but I didn't want to take Winnie and Wilma on the same day. So here we are, being brave. Let's go! Which looks to have a little bit of a drop. Yep. Horse. Table. She's full up. She is full up. At this point, I've just got to think, if I've gotten over the other ones, then they're all fine, because that's the only way of thinking about it. That's nice. That's actually, you know what, that's fine, that's slopey. We can jump that out of trot.
You sure about that?
The combination here. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna, well, maybe ever so slightly angle this one so that she knows where she's going, because there's quite a lot of fences. So I don't want her getting confused. But again, it's AB, so can't put any circles in the middle. I'm gonna watch someone come through it now. Seeing through the water, out over the boat. looking pretty dishevelled as always. Hair's looking nice, Meg. Course is all walked. Pretty tell about my commentary going around. 80 has honestly never looked so big. Oh god, I am kind of thinking if I could go back in time, maybe it would have been less stressful just to do both of them on one day, do the 70. Basically the 70 only runs on the Sunday and I knew Winnie had to definitely do a 70. Anyway, we're going to be positive. What's done is done now, so we're going to show jumping, see how she jumps, even if we go out to the cross country and we just do a few fences. It's still absolutely fine, and realistically she's more than capable jumping all of those fences. It's the spookiness for me. If she wasn't being spooky I wouldn't be that fussed, but it's the like, you know, when they spook and they just jump a bit half-heartedly and then it's a horrible feeling. That's what I'm worried about. Anyway, I've decided I'm going to be super positive. I'm going to pop some spurs on for show jumping, carry a stick, and I think we'll be fine. I'm just going to channel what Lucinda taught me yesterday. I still don't think there's a dressage test up yet. Guys, I accidentally just did this off of camera. Hang on, move the light that way. So her dressage score came in and she got 33.8.
You were very close.
And I said 33.
Oh.
It's quite a tough marking section, although someone's just bruised on in there with a 20.
Oh, wow.
I know. But Wilma's actually in second at the minute with 33.8. However, as I've said, the jumping is pretty tough, so.
And it's starting to
I don't
rain.
want to stay there for long. Right, we need to crack on.
Yes.
See you down at show jumping.
Hi guys, here we are. On the show jumping warm up. Still jolly windy. I don't know how to make this go in and out or zoom anymore. I don't know if I'll make it zoom. Let's have a try. Does that make it zoom? Hey, we've got zoom, I think. Okay, I'm very rusty. It looks a lovely course actually. I'll pan around in a minute. But there's a lot to look at in there. It's very bright. I'm not entirely sure Wilma's ever seen a set of fences like that, but first time for everything, eh guys? And it's a beautiful big arena. The ground's fantastic. So we'll keep everything crossed. We've got Izzy right down there, who's very kindly doing the fences for Meg. We'll say hello to her in a minute. Am I zooming the right way? Am I going the wrong way? Oh, Pete, where are you? Oh, it's too complicated, guys. Oopsie.
Is you would just be able to put the oxer down and across in front, would you? Cheers, boo.
Good luck, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Good girl, Wilma. Nothing to be worried about.
So we are going to unpack this show jumping round together as it unfolds, because spoiler alert, we are going to come out with a lot of faults, but it's only because of one little tiny incident, because majority are time, as you'll see. So there is the other competitor just finishing. I was allowed to go in a little bit early, and I knew that this fence number 2 was causing so many issues. So that was my first port of call, was to go over there, show it to her, walk across it, as Lucinda said, which she actually did really well. And then we just have this little moment here where Wilma was suddenly like, oh my gosh, I'm not going down there. And she was spooking it. You can see that sort of like stand with all the jumps on. Got past that, and then she was spooking at the judges box, which was right by the string, and it was a little bit of a narrow gap to kind of go between the fences and that. Anyway, the bell had already gone, so I was like, babe, we just need to, in any way, shape or form, get round to fence 1. So we had a very scrappy jump at fence 1, and then we had to come straight back round to this point. And I don't even think she was thinking about the fence really at all here, but it was just in her head that she wasn't going to go down there. And I don't know in hindsight if I'd have been better off not going over there at all and just coming to the first fence and jumping her and being like, oh look, we're in here jumping. But you just don't know. And in my mind, I wanted to be able to show her the bit that I knew was going to be scary. So had to do some growling and flapping, and we got over that. And then again, she's like, Mum, that judge's box is hella spooky. But so honest, like I just kept pointing at that fence and thought, well, if you go, you go, and if you don't, you don't. But she did manage to sort of scramble over it in some sort of fashion. And then the double, I was thinking, oh gosh, we're going to have more issues here, because it was, again, very spooky, very bright, and going towards the spooky corner. But not a problem. I think she kind of realised at this point, oh, I'm just here to jump, and she loves her jumping. So we kind of got into a little bit more of a swing of things. Still having a little look. She's a funny one to ride because she really wants to go and she really wants to jump. But then she sort of has these moments where she kind of doubts herself, like a little bit of lack of self-confidence. And it's just, she just needs to keep coming out and doing these things. This fence here was really full up and again spooky. Jumped it absolutely beautifully. And then over the last, nice and careful. I did have to come to a little bit of a screechy halt here because she was trying to just canter straight out, and I was like, no, honey, that's not how we do things.
Just couldn't concentrate, bless her.
No. It's a shame. Well, it's got better and better.
Yeah.
Good girl.
She'd already made up her mind when I first went in.
So
that
she
she
didn't like
wasn't
number
going
2.
down there first time.
Oh, she didn't want to go anywhere near that, yeah.
Well, she didn't want to go near the judge's box or anything. So
It is very off-putting, isn't it?
yeah, it is the spookiest fence
Yeah.
by like the
By
faraway
all
bit.
the other spooky things.
But that's
Good
fine.
girl.
Yeah, good girl.
Well done.
You got to hear my scary growling voice.
You're right.
But then she was actually quite honest.
Yeah,
the rest
she
of it,
was.
so
Did she jump the
I
wall?
was like, oh god, we're gonna get eliminated here. But no, pleased with that.
Right.
Good chase around the cross country now.
Onwards. Well, it's just a schooling round. Hey, we made it to cross country. And I've got the camera to work. So it's a bit temperamental. I don't think it likes the rain. Has actually stopped raining, thank goodness. I was having a bit of a sense of humour failure. The wind and the rain. But still, I think the camera's working. And Wilma's being a good girl. She says she wasn't a big fan of that show jumping arena, and especially the judge's van and all those jumps stacked to the side, but never mind. After that little blip, she actually jumped quite well. So with these young horses, just a case of getting them out and showing them what's expected, really. Good girl.
The opposite end starting out 117 from section C.
We're very lucky.
$1 Million
I mean,
Billy.
we've had torrential rain for what seems like
Mazawi
eternity here in
riding
the
her
UK.
first pony
And,
named Hunt regularly.
The ground here is phenomenal.
$1 Million Billy.
It's not cutting up at all.
Riding school pony that's named to
Ooh,
ride.
I think Meg's only got one more, so we'll have a quick jump at it. Good luck! Thank you!
A refusal of the second does mean that Lee's decided to retire. 18-year-old $1 Million Billy, so she knows this pony not going to press it.
Good girl.
The concierge medical hall, this
Ooh.
uphill
Want to do this one?
rail wall. Sometimes catches them out when
She says I
they,
prefer these rustic fences.
uphill.
We were expecting the ground to be more muddy, if I'm honest.
Lisa Beach.
She decided not to put studs in because she's never been ridden
Right,
with
I
studs.
think we just see what
Well
we've got.
done! Yeah, that's really nice. Good girl. So Maggie's just walking her calmly through the start box. Of course,
First
Wilma's got
visit to
no idea
Hazleton, but this is only
what's coming,
the
so she's
second
like,
running
"Yeah,
here.
This is fine. Oh, she's up. She's up. Girly.
Very grateful to Lady Brinkman
Come on, she's
and
in
to
the
Edward
way
and
with
Claire
that.
Trahan for allowing their
Good girl.
back garden to be used for part of this qualifying series.
Oh, Wilma. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl.
Good girl. Well ridden, Meg. Well ridden, Maggie. She's getting in the swing now. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Well done, Wilms.
And also was featured in Horse and Hound as the
Good girl.
hunter of a lifetime.
Well, I think she completed. And I'm very
Well,
pleased
obviously,
about that.
Delta has an attitude. And
Let's go
knows
catch
exactly
Mickey up.
what
You got all the way round.
We got all the way around. Oh my god, we had the stupidest stop.
Oh,
So weird. Like one of the easiest fences on course.
they did say, oh, we don't think we've had anyone else that's had a problem
I
with
can't
that.
believe she did it. I just wasn't expecting it at all. Like
Oh.
she just, and it wasn't really defence. I think it's because they were all in a line really close together and they're like a palisade thing. And she just got 2 strides out, then went boom, and like completely slammed on the brakes. So I was like, oh.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I could probably make you jump at him.
But
Like,
no.
What's the point? Like, just
And also, that's not very good practice.
no, exactly. Like,
probably get
give
told off.
her a nice jump.
Yeah.
But no, I'm really pleased with her, and like she was enjoying it.
Good.
Nice.
She did like to look down. I could see her like dropping to trot. That's
Every single
so
face she
sweet.
wanted to look at.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh.
But no, actually really pleased. I'm a bit cross with myself because I'd probably, if I'd been more on the ball.
Probably
It was
could
the
have.
first time I'd like relaxed because she'd just gone through one of like the first combination.
Yeah.
It was quite tricky.
And you thought, oh, this
And
is
she
good.
went, like she flew through it, and I was like, oh sweet.
Yeah.
So yeah, then after that, every single fence I was riding it like she was going to stop. Because even the last, she thought about stopping. I had to give her a smack around the shoulder.
Oh, that's good. It's
Actually
good that
really tough with her. She's just needs to get the miles under her belt, doesn't she?
she does. She needs to go out and see different places and, you know.
To be fair, for her first event, like it's quite hard conditions because she's not got studs in. The ground's like nice, but then it's rain, so it's slippy.
Yeah, that's true. That's exactly what we said we didn't want,
Yeah,
isn't it?
It's a big 80.
Good
so I'm
girl.
really, really pleased with her.
Yeah, and she just didn't know what to expect, bless her. Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, now
No, she
turn this
didn't.
off.
Look at, she's like, food. Well done, Wilma. You were
Well
good.
done, well
Thank
done.
you. Cheers.
Thanks to Equiville, we now get to enjoy my entire round with Wilma, which is just the cutest thing, and you'll see her grow with confidence throughout. So obviously we come out the start box and she was like, hell no, not jumping what's in front of me. But it was such a momentary little like, oh my word, and I just think she was not expecting it at all. Like Mum said, she just doesn't know the concept of going out the start box and being all excited. You can see it absolutely lashed it down with rain just before I went. So normally the Equireel cameras, they have someone, they go around, they wipe them all. But I obviously just had a bit of bad timing because it is literally only just kind of stopped absolutely pelting it down. So the first couple, not too bad, still looking. This was the first real question on course, and I'd seen so many people getting eliminated at it. I think mainly because you're leaving that first field, and I always find that horses get really funny jumping fences in a fence line. So really pleased that she went over that through our first combination. And obviously this is the one that apparently I was like, we could just jump from trot. But you can see very last minute, I don't know what it was she saw, whether it was the little triangle decorations or, like I said, whether it was like a bit imposing because they're all quite close together. Whatever it was, I feel like there wasn't a lot of saving it because she put on the brakes pretty dramatically and then also slipped a bit, which made her a bit worried. But the main thing is how she came round and represented, and she was really sensible with it a second time. And that's all you can really ask. Like, I've not got a problem with babies wanting to have a better look at things, so long as when they do, they come round and they jump it nicely the second time. I think you know you've got a bit more of a problem in your hands when you keep representing and they don't go, look at this rain. I'm actually glad there's rain there for that fence because I got such a rubbish shot to it. I was trying to be like, Wilma, come on, like we're having fun. Let's go a little bit like faster. Let's get some longer shots. And she was like, no, I need to look at things and get close. So that's kind of how I tried to finish. You've got to just ride the horse that you've got on the day. Wilma's a funny one because she's so brave in so many ways. Like, I can hack her out and she will not spook at things, and she's really good in traffic. I think we just had an Amazon delivery, peeking at that. But then in this kind of scenario, she can get a little bit unstuck and, you know, want to have a closer look at things, and it's just experience. Really nicely through this little combination. This, as I was saying in the course walk, I think I said it in this video, Hazleton is such a good place for babies because you kind of have that bit where you go away and you test if they're going to be nappy, and then you literally come back the other side of the field and they're heading home. And I found this with both horses, because obviously Winnie went here 2 days after. It really helped them get into their flow a little bit more, and you can tell Wilma looks far more cross-country here, whereas the first sort of half, it was a bit like show jumping, like stop-starty. So yeah, a really nice place for babies. I'd definitely recommend it if you're looking to sort of get some educational runs in, and a really nice course. So again, jumping in the fence line, I just had to give this a little bit more commitment. As you can see, a bit behind the movement there, but although it's obviously not perfect to be behind the movement, I do kind of think sometimes with babies, it's the safer place to be. Just, you know, having your shoulders that little bit back so that you're ready for if they do slam the brakes or anything. And Wilma can be quite fast with it because it's a reaction for Wilma. Nothing like whenever she stops or anything, it's never preempted. It's just a spooky reaction, which I think always makes it a little bit quicker because they're literally like, oh my god, I've seen something, and they stop, rather than 5 strides out being like, well, I'm not going to jump that, and they start slowing and slowing and slowing. So amazing through the water. I was so proud of her. Literally just cantered straight through, proper little hunting horse. And then over the last, we had a little bit of a funny jump, but overall, really, really pleased. And a big thank you to Equireel for sending me it.
Hello. So we've not got Pete here, guys, which is sad. We can't do Pete's Eats, but I'm not going to not show you my food. So we've got chicken pitta wrapped, sourdough pitta, might I add, skin on fries, more fries there. Say hey to everyone. Izzy's here. Hobbs, actually no, we don't need to do Pete's Eats because we're coming back on Sunday. They're really good chips.
It's all very nice.
You hear that crunch?
Oh,
Hear that?
what are you rating it then, lad?
Isn't that good?
What are you going to rate it?
I'm looking at it now.
9?
I think we're at least into the 8, but I won't give it a last one. Speaking of rating, my dressage sheet, the first comment, spooky, with a little smiley face. Cute. She does. Yeah, submission is 6. Horse playing with tongue at times.
Oh, Wilma.
Yep.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Straight to
to the point. Yo, yo, yo. On the way back, I've had to give Hobbs a little hard-boiled sweet, guys, just to pepper her up. She needed a bit of sugar, so she might be a little bit quiet for the first part of this while she chomps away on that. I'm always worried it's quite loud in here. It's really windy out there. I don't know if this is going to be picking us up very well. Anyway, a good day, actually. On paper, it's not going to look too fantastic, but overall, I'm really, really pleased with Wilma. So if we go through blow by blow, dressage, actually really positive. She just went so baby. She like obviously had that spook when she went up the centre line, and then was a little bit looky. She's quite like, she's one of those horses that does just like look down and kind of look for things, and she does it while she's jumping as well, which is, again, it's just experience. So I think there were nice bits in the test. I'm looking forward to watching it back. She was just a little bit mouthy, a little bit hard to turn. It was a little bit all over the place, but she warmed up beautifully. So I think there's definitely easily a nice sub 30 in there for sure. Then show jumping was causing a lot of problems. So I watched a few before I went in because I hadn't had time to walk the course. I was just watching them. At least 4 people have a stop at that number 2, and 1 person got eliminated at number 2. Really spooky. Like it was quite a mean line, to be fair, because you jump like the ox to go back to the collecting ring, and then you turn away from the collecting ring, and it's the first time you've taken them over that side of the arena, even though I didn't walk that side, and Will was immediately like, nope. And then there was quite a lot there, like there was the big jump stand, there was a judge's box, and then like the spookiest show jump, and I think like her mind just blew, and it wasn't even saying no to the fence, it was just like, like I can't go down there at all. So then took my time, really took my time, as we found out, but pleased with how she jumped the rest of it. She just got better, and she got really, like, she was really honest, because they were very spooky show jumps, like really nice show jumps, but very spooky. So I think she, like, I was pleased that she did just continue to go, and she seemed to be really enjoying it. So we came out with the 4 jumping penalties, and then found out that we got 28 time faults. Ooh, many a time fault. I didn't know that going into cross country. So going into cross country, I was still like, hang on a minute, like we've only added 4. This could go all right. And then yeah, so cross country was good. It was actually really good. It's just so sweet because she has no idea what a start box is. So like they do the countdown, and she was just like looking around, not knowing what's about to happen. It was quite spooky going to the first. She tried to do, well, not tried to do, because like I don't think, like, none of this is naughtiness, it's literally just pure reactiveness. So she came out and was like, oh, that's really different. And I kind of worked out she wasn't a big fan of when the fences were all like bunched together in a row. She preferred it when you had like the 90 and the 100, say, and then the 70 and the 80 just a little bit more spaced out. She found it quite imposing when there was just a big old line of fences. So got her over fence 1, fine. And then she did get in a rhythm. I gave her a couple of slaps down the shoulder when I landed, because I just wanted her to stop questioning everything and to know that that kind of like sudden, like jerky spooky just wasn't what I was looking for. And it really helped. That was like, she then was like much better and like keen to go into the fences and pulling me in a little bit. Really pleased with how she jumped to the wall, because that was causing a lot of problems, a lot of stops at that. Like when you look at the section, so many eliminations and cross-country penalties. Great over the wall, really good through that first combination. That was the first time I was like, oh, you feel like a little cross-country horse. And then that obviously was my little moment of like relaxing a bit, because it was the fence after that we had the stop. It was just one of those things. If I'd been more on the ball, it wouldn't have happened, but I think I then came off the pedal a bit and was just more chilled, just gave her a little check, and then something, goodness knows what, just caught her eye, that she just didn't like the look of something, and she just like propped and stopped dead 2 strides out. And I kind of thought like, oh, do I just ask you to go from here? But it was full up 80, solid table, and I thought actually that's not what you need right now. You need to just have a really fun time out here. So I just turned, came back to it, and she was golden.
turned my watch off at that point because I thought you just need to spend as much time out here as possible. So we went super slowly. I just wanted her to kind of soak it all up, like be a little sponge and just understand what eventing's about. You know, you canter around, you go where you're told, you jump whatever comes up in front of you. And I feel sometimes if you've got a youngster that's in contention, it's very easy to go out on the first time and just be like, actually, we could win this, like we're gonna make the time, and just bulldoze through, and they might get round it, but they don't actually learn anything. And so I wanted her to just soak it all in, take it all up. And she was really good. She then, once we kind of got down to the bottom and turned back up, she got into a much better flow, and she obviously knew where she was going a bit because she'd come down the other side, so she was a bit more confident. And then was really sweet, went through all the combinations nicely. I was saying to Mum, because she's got a horse ride, it's really nice because I don't have to push for a combination. Actually really, really chuffed, especially given the lack of preparation. I mean, I've never taken that horse cross country schooling. Are you pleased?
Really pleased with her, actually. Yeah.
And just an angel to have around all day, like really easy.
Very well behaved,
really, yeah.
which is the main criteria.
And she looks so gorgeous, plaited up. So cute. Yeah, I'm absolutely chuffed. So game plan for Wilma now. It's hard because it's very easy because she is like more than capable with the height and things, but she goes so baby, and I think she needs to build a really nice relationship with me, and she's one of those horses that it does take a little bit longer to build a relationship with. So I'm just gonna chase 80s for a little while. That's my plan. Just go out. I want her to see loads of different venues, get used to going into light and dark and different terrain and up and down hills,
See different fences.
Yeah.
I think she needs that.
I just want her to be super confident that she goes out that start box and she's like, I've got a really good idea of
And
what
also
could come up.
she's got to learn to travel. She's got no
Oh
idea
my
about
God, I know, she didn't gallop at all. Yeah, we got 22 time balls, I think, cross country, I want to say.
She was coming back to trot a lot in between
Yeah,
places,
yeah,
wasn't she?
yeah. But I don't mind now. I'm just
No.
like, take all the
But
time.
She needs more 80s under the belt.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Because like,
she does the whole season and
Yeah.
just a 90 at the end.
yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like, we all know that if you put a professional on her, they would get her around a 90 easy peasy. But it's not what Wilma needs right now, and I'm trying to produce a horse for long term. And I want a really confident, knowledgeable horse. That's the other thing. Like, if they can make all the mistakes at 80, then when you put them in a funny position at 100, they're like, oh, actually, I know how to get out of this. So yeah, I'm gonna look for more 80s. I don't think I'll be able to get her out before Badders again, to be honest. I'm really paid. No,
Definitely not.
I would like to, but I haven't paid much attention to the calendar, to be honest. When they all started cancelling, I was just like, I'm just gonna see what happens now. I had my ones entered, but the ground there was fabulous.
Yeah.
So final scores on the doors, very competitive ending score of 107 point something, can't remember.
Very impressive. You broke the 100 mark.
It's not easily done, that. It's not easily done. So that possibly my all-time highest eventing
I'm
score.
very impressed.
So pretty good. No, she's it was all the time faults, but as I said tonight, once you've had an issue, just like get your money's worth, spend your time out there in the cross country and use it as an educational thing. We're back there in 2 days time because we're taking Winnie to her first event. It's very exciting, although Hobbs isn't sure if she's going to come on that one.
It's quite a long way. Long day, early start.
If Tina's watching this, she's going to be like, what? Also, a massive thank you to Mark from Emerald Motion Media for coming along and filling Pete's place. It's not been the same without Peter, but I'm sure Mark has done an excellent job. So yeah, big thank you. Woo! Right guys, hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoy Wilma's eventing journey. It's really nice having a baby back out. I love doing these baby bits and seeing how they improve. So I'm sure next event she'll have come on leaps and bounds. Oops. Right, live, love ya.
Bye guys.
Bye.